Finally, we are back!
Yeah!
In Mosaics of Eastern
I
Wonderland!
don't want to be back. Get me back home. I don't want to be here. Why'd you kidnap me?
What? You don't like this series or something?
Yes. Do you
What
want
was you... Wait, I told you...
No, just kidding. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
thought you
sorry.
enjoy it.
That was a joke. I thought when you said you don't like this series, I thought you meant you don't like the series we're reading right now, not Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland. No, I like Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland. I like how long the name is.
Okay,
wow.
you don't like the doujin
Yes.
that we are doing.
Yes, but I think before we continue, we need to ask ourselves, what the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about Yuri!
Yeah. Yuri. I'm not really a big fan.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm not a big fan of Yuri. Or I'm not a big fan of homosexual stuff. I'm not saying I'm homophobic. No. It's just I'm just not interested in it. That's it. End of story.
I'm not surprised.
Ooh.
I mean, like, none of my friends are into Yuri or yaoi or any LGBT stuff.
I mean,
And
you?
I'm just curious. I'll just say I'm curious in homosexual stuff. But that's why I say that I read quite a bit of Yuri things.
Oh me, oh my.
I to be quite experienced in it.
I see. Ooh, experience.
Yeah.
You've seen quite a lot of Yuri and stuff.
Yeah, I did say I've seen quite some Yuri stuff. I did, like, I think last year I did a research on Yuri history and then did a PCP lecture to my friend.
For those people who don't know, PCP is another podcast. They do these kinds of lecture things every once in a while. They're pretty fun to watch. Go watch some PCP lectures. The Procrastinators podcast lectures. I'm just shouting them out. We have no affiliation with them. They don't watch this podcast. We watch their podcast. PCP, please shout us out. No, just kidding. We're not getting shout outs for them. No. Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like, because PCP lecture is so, you can say I'm like inspired by it, so I just try to imitate PCP lectures and by doing the history of Yuri.
Oh
genre.
my.
Yeah, that's what I did last year to my friend.
Oh my god, it sounds like your friend went through like torture or something. That's what I did to my friend. Oh no.
Yeah, they are like, what the fuck are you insane? They're like, what the fuck why are you doing lecture to us?
I mean, come on, we're all like college, university guys. Most of us don't like lectures and stuff. They're boring. I like listening to lectures, but PCP boring shit. PCP lectures.
The point of PCP lecture is like they do lecture on meaningless stuff.
Yeah, the problem is the people who are in the lectures, who are listening to the lectures, are sold on the idea that they're talking about meaningless stuff. Your friends might as well have not been convinced. Yeah.
Sold on what? Sold on what?
They're sold on the idea that they're just gonna talk about meaningless stuff, as you said.
Yeah, my friends,
your friends are not sold.
Shit about PCP lecture.
No, they're also not sold on your idea that, hey, let's talk about something that's technically meaningless. In a sense. You're not on the same page as them. They're not on the same page as you, so they're not really into your lecture, I guess. Your lecture sounds funny.
Yeah, you're right. But regardless, I already did it.
Ooh.
And they willing to cooperate. Yeah, good friends.
Yay.
Good friends of mine, yeah.
That's
okay, anyway, back to the doujin. This episode, it's been 4 months.
Yeah, it's been 4 months.
And we'll just say, why does it take so long first? Why does it have 4 months?
Yeah, why does it take so long?
What the fuck
What's
happened?
wrong with you? I'm sorry. What happened?
Okay, so for me, because this doujin is translated in many kind of things, like in Chinese, English, and Japanese. And then I say, okay, I'm going to read all of them. And since I'm fluent in English and Chinese, there's no problem for me. But in Japanese, it's a disaster. It's very difficult. And makes me don't want to read them. So that's how I like push it back and push.
We could have just
if the more I push it,
we could have just made this the Kayako doujins that are in English, and not all of the Kayako doujins that are available at this point in time.
Yeah. Yes, I told you like okay, you just read the English one and I'm gonna read all of them.
I have read the English ones.
I'm interested.
I am bored of the English ones. This is not the doujin for me.
Yeah, I'm not
have
be surprised.
We even talked about who
No,
the fuck
actually, I'm
wrote
surprised.
the doujins?
Kayako.
I don't remember.
Kayako is the author.
Is the author of the doujin.
She wrote a shit ton doujin, and this is all yuri doujin.
Yeah. And as I've said, homosexual stuff I am not interested in, usually. And there's nothing...
You know what?
What?
It actually took me a second reread of everything to notice that everything she wrote is yuri.
How did you not notice before?
Actually took me...
Fuck?
So... Okay, so it's like... I mean, because there's a 4-month gap. So, I mean, somewhere between the first and second read, I read some Yuri manga. And then I noticed, like, Yuri in the manga, usually they don't necessarily, like, strike on, like, romantic relationship between girls.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can just be a relationship between girls. It can just be a relationship. It doesn't have to be like romance. And then there's a common style in Yuri manga, like there isn't a whole lot of things happen. There's usually like a lot of expositions.
Yes,
and then
that is extremely...
a lot of exposition and a lot of conversations, and then stuff that happen. There is a whole lot of stuff happening.
Yes, that is the embodiment of the doujins that I have read. A whole lot of nothing happens. Well, a whole lot of nothing.
That's Kayako's doujin.
How should I say it? A whole lot of nothing that is active happens. There's a bit of... I don't know how to say it. It's very mundane. Everything is grounded.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there isn't a whole lot of things happens in most of the doujin.
And that's not my style. I like my Toho doujins a bit eccentric. Bit funny.
You mean like...
Very
funny,
bombastic.
A lot of things.
Like,
I do like it. I think it's because I have experience in Yuri, so I'm like used to this.
Yeah,
kind
and
of
that's my
story.
problem. I'm not used to it, so I don't really see... It's not my kind of thing to value, in a sense. Other people, of course, if they like Yuri, they will like these doujins by Kayako. But for me, because I'm not the target audience, I don't understand. I don't see the appeal, in a sense. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything, of course.
Okay, since you say you don't like things that doesn't have a lot of stuff happening, does that mean... Have you read something Iyashike? Have you read Iyashike stuff?
I don't know who that is.
Iyashike is a genre. Subgenre.
The fuck is that? I've never
You don't
heard
know
of
why
this.
it's Iyashike? Okay, then I assume you haven't ever read them. Then I will totally recommend. I'll totally put up Aria as the next Penguins and Scribble episode to torture you.
Oh no, I've read Eurocamp is Iyashike, isn't it?
Yeah, Eurocamp is Iyashike.
I've read Eurocamp. The problem with that is the fact that Eurocamp is interesting in the sense of, in this Iyashike, there's camping. There's learning how to camp. There is camp equipment. In a sense, the educational factor of it outweighs the fact that, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that. How should I say it? It's not. There's no. I don't know how to say it. To link Iyashike to the doujins we're talking about, and why these doujins are a bit boring as compared to something like Eurocamp.
Okay, so from what you say, I feel like Yuri Camp has, because they do explain about camping and stuff.
In a sense,
like
it's
how to make
interesting. It's Eurocamp's selling point. The idea of, this is a manga about camping, as compared to...
Yeah, there's a topic like camping.
As compared to
Kayako doesn't have like a particular like particular interest.
Technically, Kayako
it's all are just between characters.
No, Kayako's stuff is about a thematic thing. It's about love and stuff. About, the different facets of love, blah, blah, blah. The problem is... love is an intangible thing. You can't see it, you can't touch it. It's a feeling. Camping is a more tangible thing. You can see the stuff. You might possibly get the equipment that Eurocamp shows and showcases.
Okay, pause first. There's something I want to say now. Yeah, I also noticed like my experience in Yuri manga. A lot of them are very much rely on empathy. I say it relies on the readers to relate to them.
I see.
A lot of the Yuri stories I've seen. And this one is no difference. It's also like very much rely on readers to relate to the characters. So if you cannot relate to the characters at all, then it can be very boring. Your readers can find it very boring.
Oof. The big oof. I see.
Yeah, so
I
you have read how many? So I told you that you can just read the English doujins, and I read everything that is available in English, Chinese, and Japanese.
Yes,
so
that was the arrangement.
What have you read? The English ones.
I don't remember. Just can't remember.
And how many have you read? And what are they all about?
I have technically read 7 of them. The first 2 is basically a 2-parter about Reimu and Marissa, about Reimu's feelings to Marissa, and how she's perfectly content with not telling Marissa that she likes her.
Wait first.
What?
I want to say
what?
This is so I did make a chronological order of the release.
Yes.
Kayako's release. Mm-hmm. And the one you say seems to be chronologically the first work by her.
Okay. 2010 was it? Wasn't it? It came out?
2010, yeah, 2010.
It came out in 2010. Even though for some reason only the cast up to Toe 7.5 are there, I think. Which is interesting. I guess timeline wise.
Wait, I got it wrong. Fuck. Mm-hmm. No, this is not the chronologically the first. This is like
chronologically what? The fuck?
Second.
What's the first?
This is not the first. The first one is with Chiruno. Marisa with Chiruno.
I thought that was his second one. Huh?
No, that's the first one.
That's weird. I remember there was like a disclaimer at the very end of the book, like just like an epilogue sort of thing where the author talks to us or something like that. I remember him saying something else, like I think it was her saying something else, like it was like a second book or something like that. I don't remember. Shit.
In my list that the one you said is called Beautiful My Dear, by the way. It's the second one. It's her second work.
Okay. That's interesting.
In 2010 she released 4 works. So the one you say is part 1 and part 2. Then the first work, and there's one that is part of the anthology collaboration. And that's not in English.
Shit. So that means I missed out a book. Okay.
So you have read 3 for 2010 stuff. Yeah.
Book 4 out of 7 was a Yukari and Reimu one. It seems to be like a sort of a prequel sort of thing to the entirety of the Toho series, where in Kayako's canon, Reimu is an outcast and finds Yukari, blah blah blah. She's not loved. She wants someone to love, blah blah blah. And the Yukari gives her compassion and gives her Gensokyo. In a sense.
That's actually my favorite. One of my favorite Kayako's doujin.
It's a bit incoherent. No, not sorry. Incoherent is a bad word. I don't know. It's a very odd story. That's one thing I can say. We can discuss it later. Book 5 is another Yukari and Reimu one, but now it's Reimu and Yukari in bed. They're not doing anything lewd, technically. It's slightly lewd.
It looks like a lewd story.
It looks like a lewd story. It's a bit,
it looks like a lewd story.
It's a bit hard. Gotta get that steam out of my shirt. But nothing technically happens. It's just not lots of nice cuddling, which is pretty cute.
There should be a lewd story. You know, Kayako, like since Kayako has done lewd Yuri story.
Oh,
so
no.
I don't know why she doesn't make this. She can actually make a lewd version of that story.
I don't think she really wants to.
I mean, she has experience. She did make R18 Yuri stuff.
Oh yeah.
I did read some.
Well, calm down, Satan. This is a Christian podcast. We don't want this kind of shit, you know, tainting our kids.
No, fuck you.
How dare you?
Okay, move on. So move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one, 6th one.
Book 6 was one with Tei. I don't remember this one. I don't know why. Tei.
The drink.
Tei.
Tewi. Tewi. The rabbit.
Tei. Yes. Tewi. Tei.
Why do you read Tei? I thought
it was always pronounced Tei.
Isn't it Tewi?
Tei. I don't know. I think in Japanese you don't say the W or something. Tei. There's an E sound. Tei. Tei.
Fuck Japanese pronunciation.
Oh come on, Chirino is a lot better than Cerno or Chirno. Fuck is Cerno.
Oh yeah. It's Tei. It's Temi. In Toho
Hi, I'm
Wiki,
Temi.
it's Temi.
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Temi.
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Temi.
Tammy. Hi, I'm Tammy.
Ingaba Temi.
Tei. That's a W.
Temi. I'm fucking confused.
Tei.
Temi.
Tei.
Temi.
Tei!
Okay. Let's stop with the pronunciations. We just call her Ingaba.
Inaba. No, Tei.
Okay. Fuck you.
It's a W,
Let's
you
move on.
fuckwit. It's not an M.
No, but in the hiragana, it's Temi.
Let me see it for myself. It's in the Toho.
I'm in the Toho wiki right now. In the English word it's Tewi, but in hiragana it's Temi.
Come on, let me get in. Tei.
Oh, where are you right now?
In the Toho wiki. Inaba Tei. Inaba Tei. Tei Inaba.
Right now I'm talking about the Japanese text, the hiragana.
Hiragana. Let me find my hiragana text thing. I have hiragana. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Where's the W? Wow. Motherfucker, where's W?
Oh my god.
Motherfucker, where's my W? Tei.
Just go to your fucking...
that is not a me. That symbol over there is not a me. Where is we, though? That's the big question. Because that's not a me. A me looks like... Ugh. That's very interesting.
It looks like a me.
That's not a me. Have you seen what a me looks like? The me has a little pickaxe at the back. It doesn't have a little swirl. I mean, it doesn't have a loop, in a sense. It's a pickaxe. It's not a... No, sorry. It has a pickaxe. It doesn't have a club tail. Like this.
Son of a bitch.
So it's Tei. Tei.
Fine.
Heh.
Okay, Terry, Reimu.
Tei and Reimu. I don't remember.
One you read is Terry
which I don't fucking remember at all. Something about Tei.
I understand.
Let me try to remember. Something about.
I find it weird.
Yeah,
I find it weird. Like, I find weird that there's a story between Tei
and Reimu.
and Reimu.
And Reimu. Technically, by this point, I would come to believe there's a story with everyone and Reimu. Since, she's the main character. She's everywhere.
The first time I discovered Kayako, I told you, like, this person just basically make Reimu X everybody.
Which is amazing. Reimu is
if you're a Reimu fan, it might be fun.
It might be fun.
Like, get to see Reimu get shipped with everybody.
But don't worry, she's not...
But technically, it's only 4 characters.
At this point, yeah. The 7th one was a Marissa and Reimu one. However, this one, Marissa somehow has a doppelganger, and she's confused, and now these two are trying to show Reimu who's the real one, in a sense.
That's also one of my favorite.
It's very interesting.
Kayako Doujin.
I think is it one of her latest ones or something? I don't remember.
Let's see.
Or was that like a lot
what
later?
The fuck?
Like
I didn't
20...
write it here. I didn't write it here. Shit.
Oh, you fuckwit. What's wrong? What have you done?
Yeah, what have I fucking done? I didn't write it out.
What have you done? Bro, gonna fucking...
So I don't know when is this made.
Well, we're fucked.
It's in Koromungai. Whenever that is. I just released in Koromungai.
Oh.
And
that's useful.
That's also one of my favorite.
That's useful.
Favorite Kayako Doujin.
It's
2013. So it's not the latest one.
Huh.
2013. Okay, so for the 7th one, I thought like because in E08, there's 7 translated English doujin, and the 7th one is not the 2 Marisa story. It's instead that Marisa become blind, so Reimu takes care of her.
This one I did not find, so I was unable to read it.
I didn't find it.
Yep.
Right, it's on E08.
Huh?
But E08 doesn't have the 2 Marisa story, the double Marisa story.
That one I found on Dumburo.
Yeah, I read everything on E08, and that one is untranslated. The Marisa doppelganger.
Oh, that's pretty sad. I read most of them on Dynasty Reader, but Dynasty Reader is a piece of shit anyway.
The Dynasty Reader misses quite. They usually misses plenty of doujin.
It's sad.
Yeah. Okay, let me count the total story I've read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
There are
So
8 more stories. How the fuck are we going to talk about that?
Sorry?
How the fuck are we going to talk about those 8 other stories?
I'll just tell you what I read.
Oh god. That's so boring.
Okay, so there's 15. There's 15, but 2 of the stories have 2 parts. So that makes a total of 13 stories.
Oh.
And you say you read 7 stories, so there's 6 more stories.
Technically, I only read 6. Because remember, there's a 2-parter in there as well. So I technically read 6 stories. So I had 7 stories.
Then
math.
Then there's 7 stories.
Ooh, big math stuff.
Fucking math.
I haven't even read half of it. Half of the stuff. Sure.
So there's 7 stories. Let me think. So there is one. So right now I'm going to talk about the ones that Jordan didn't read. There's one that is part of a very thick anthology book. Like the anthology, so it's a thick book. So there's a bunch of story, and Kayako participated in that. And from the cover, the cover is Sakuya together with Marisa, And I flipped through it. It seems all the stories are just about Marisa and Sakuya.
Ah, I see.
And Kayako did one of them. And then so it's like, okay, it's just like, okay, I'll just say the whole story. Like, it's very short. Basically nothing happens.
Oh.
Like Sakuya is like she just wakes up, and then Patchouli just noticed that she doesn't look like very bright recently, and then Sakuya refused to talk about it. But then Sakuya, she's seeing Marisa, and Marisa also noticed she isn't that bright. So Marisa just keep pushing Sakuya to like talk about her problem.
I see.
And then Sakuya just says that she has a dream of seeing Marisa every night.
Oh,
and then,
so cute.
but she say that the dream is she's doing SM. She's doing SM to Marisa.
What the fuck is this?
Masochism, BDSM. Masochism, like the whip and stuff. She's doing... How should I say this
immoral
again?
stuff. Oh my goodness.
It's not really moral stuff. It's a fetish. Like using the... Like, she's always dreaming about like... Marisa is the one being masochist and Sakuya is the one that is doing the beating.
Oh no.
It's like set up as a joke. And that turned Marisa away. And then in the end, like, then we learned that Sakuya lied to Marisa. Like, the actual dream is not Sakuya doing SM to Marisa. It's Sakuya, like, seeing Marisa sleeping on the chair. And then she can, like, just look at Marisa's cute face.
Yay.
And she says that the dream is getting longer and longer every day. So that means that she get to stare at Marisa for longer and longer every day in her dreams.
Oh, wow. Longer.
Yeah, it's a Yuri story.
Longer.
Very obviously Yuri.
Oh. He's got the SM stuff. Ooh. Ooh.
And then there's one that is about basically Marisa is in coma.
This one I found on Dumbro as well, I think. Problem is problem is it wasn't fully translated, so I couldn't finish it.
Oh. I read this in Chinese. And it's fully translated in Chinese. So it's like Reimu found a diary. She visited Marisa's house and she found a diary written by Marisa. And then from there she learned that Marisa poisoned herself and accidentally poisoned herself because she wanted to become strong.
So
and
she
then
died.
She's in coma. She didn't die.
Oh.
Marisa, she visited who's the lady again? The doctor? Erin. She visited Erin, and then Erin like put her in a coma, and then says, yeah, we'll find a way. One day we will find a way to cure Marisa.
One day.
And then I'm not into that. I'm not into that story that much. Like I leave out a lot of things. Like why Marisa, like this, like because it's through a diary. Like a lot of the story is through Marisa's writing. Like Marisa left a lot of notes, and she wrote a lot about her feelings, and I just skip out a lot of them. I'm not really too into it.
That's fucked, because I remember, because they translated until that part. They translated the diary fully. And I thought it was pretty cute. It was very interesting.
Cute?
It was cute.
I'm fucking tragic. This is a tragic story.
It was cute in the sense of, oh, look, here's Marisa, opening up her feelings in her diary. Like in the beginning, she was there, I want to find out how Reimu's so powerful, but slowly she opens up and goes, last time I was all around her because, I was all about power. But now, I like her. She's pretty cool. I like hanging out with her. I don't really care about power that much anymore. Which is pretty nice. It was a pretty cute little progression.
But then she poisons herself.
But then she poisons herself. Oh, it gets so tragic and it gets pretty sad. And Reimu's like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me this sooner? And she goes to Erin. Finds out she's in a coma. This part it's not translated, so I don't know what they talk about, how they talk about it. I don't even know if it's fully uploaded yet. It's weird. It's like it cuts off.
The ending is Marisa didn't wake up.
That's sad.
Yeah, Marisa didn't wake up. The ending is like
She died.
I received a letter. She didn't die. She's in coma.
She died.
The ending I just put Marisa in coma.
Forever.
And Marisa, she refused. Erin says that the only way to kill Marisa is
Horai
to
elixir.
let her drink the Horai.
Elixir.
Yeah, the Horai elixir. And Marisa just saying no. She doesn't want to because she wanna stand together with Reimu. She wanna live together with Reimu. Like if Marisa drink it, she will become immortal, and Reimu will one day die.
Oh,
She doesn't want that. So Erin just like put her in coma and say that one day we will find a way. I will find a way to cure Marisa. But for now, she's in coma.
One day, and we all wait.
Yeah,
Do-do-do.
but there's no sequel.
Which is
I think
tragic
the
in and of
ending's
itself. The
intended to
fact
be
that there is no sequel adds to the tragedy. The idea that it's up to you to think what is the happy ending or what is the sad as shit ending. Basically giving readers the power to decide what is the most effective way to make them super sad or make them feel at least a bit happy.
Well, it's like, but to me, the ending is like something like Romeo and Juliet. Like there's the bad stuff and the good stuff.
Romeo and Juliet's ending, if I remember correctly, was Romeo and Juliet dying together, and then the family.
Yeah, but their death make the two family not fight again.
The problem is this is Marisa in a coma, but Reimu's fine. So it's basically one side has lost something, the other.
Reimu. Yeah, but Reimu, like Marisa, like she basically let Reimu knows everything about her thought, and Reimu learn about everything, and then Marisa didn't exactly die. That like there is still hope that maybe one day Erin will finally cure her.
There is still hope.
Yeah, and then from Reimu reading Marisa's letter and diary, like Reimu learned about everything about Marisa, and from that I say kind of like a good thing because Reimu now learns about Marisa's feeling.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, and then
I'm trying to think about that.
and something like that.
Romeo and Juliet and this doujin. Interesting.
But there is like in that the similarity is just that they are both tragedy, and then there's a good thing and the bad thing. That's the similarity.
I think the good thing in the doujin, I don't really think there is a exact quote unquote good thing as compared to Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, if I recall correctly, I haven't read or watched any Romeo and Juliet media in a long time.
Neither do I.
Romeo and Juliet dies.
But I know about the ending.
Shut the fuck up. Romeo and Juliet dies. And their families come together and they go, oh shit, that's pretty touching, but also super tragic. We should stop being enemies. And thus, woohoo. Tragic, but there's a slight happiness in the ending. The ending being that, the families aren't being pieces of shit to each other anymore. The problem here is that everything Reimu learns about Marisa is learned through her writings, which is pretty cute in and of itself. The problem is, Marisa is in a fucking coma. She can't learn about Marisa in a more intimate way through Marisa. And there's also the fact that in
what?
Do you not understand? She learns every.
The problem is the problem is.
The problem is.
Yeah, well, you said. Could you repeat? The problem is.
Reimu learns everything about Marisa. Reimu learns Marisa through her writings.
Yeah.
The problem is now that she's interested in, I guess, pursuing something with Marisa. in a sense, just through her writings. The tragedy comes from the fact that not only is Marissa in a coma, Reimu cannot learn more about Marissa because fucking Marissa is in a coma. And there's the sadness of, I'm losing a friend. I'm also losing someone who I might have loved.
No, Reimu received a flower from Marissa that Marissa left behind, and Marissa entrusted it to Erin. And then Reimu, she seems to say she's willing to wait.
Isn't that a bit more... That always sounds a bit more tragic than just two lovers dying. Because they're both fucking dead. You might... If you believe in, I don't know, heaven, you may expect them to both be in fucking heaven. The problem is, Marissa is in a coma, and we know Gensokyo has some sort of an afterlife sort of thing. The Sun's River exists. Shinigami exists. Hell exists. Heaven technically exists, I guess. The problem is, because Marissa is in a coma, she can't go into any of these places. She can't meet or see Reimu for the last time before she leaves. She's in a coma. And very abruptly at that, so she can't really say, oh, goodbye, I'm going into a coma now, I'm gonna die. Reimu, on the other hand, cannot reciprocate her feelings, and cannot be reciprocated. Because, again, she can't meet Marissa or can't talk to Marissa at all anymore because Marissa is in a coma. And that's to me, seems to be an even bigger tragedy as compared to just two lovers both dying.
Oh, I see. I understand.
In a sense, like, the circumstances makes it so that both of them are having difficulties.
So I'm looking back at the ending right now. Like, Reimu, she received the flower, and then she said that she has a lot of things to tell Marissa as well. So that implies like Reimu also likes Marissa.
Well, then again, what do you expect? Kayako just writes Yuri and stuff, so technically everyone.
I think that is the saddest Kayako story. Of all the things I read.
It's the saddest one because it is basically geared to... Sorry. Yeah, I burped a bit. Sorry, excuse me. It's a sad one because, of course, it is a tragedy. All of her other Yuri stuff is a bit more light-hearted. There's a bit of sad to it.
Most of them are good endings.
There's a bit of a sad side to some of them. Some of them are left in cliffhangers where nobody really knows the feelings of the other.
Well,
but in the grand scheme of things, they are not direct tragedies as compared to this one. I don't know whether or not the other doujins.
What have you read that is sad? I don't recall any.
There was the third one,
sad.
Where Marissa is all sunsun, all tsundere and stuff.
No, the one with Chiruno.
Yes, the one with Chiruno.
The one with Chiruno.
Where in the end, Marissa doesn't want to tell her feelings to Reimu. And in a sense, even in the last page, she calls Reimu an idiot and just leaves because, tsundere and stuff. And Reimu herself is like, what the fuck? Why did you call me an idiot? It's a very quick scene. There's nothing directly sad about it. But there's a sense of... they could have... They're both, they both have their problems. They both made a bit of a mistake. No, Marissa makes a mistake, technically. So there's a bit of sad in Marissa's part. Like, Marissa cannot, properly enunciate her feelings. And instead goes all tsundere. In a sense. You get my gif?
Oh.
You gif my giddy? Fuck is
I want to say...
Fuck is gif my giddy?
Yes. It's going to be confusing. So, you're saying that... Yeah, Marissa is acting like a tsundere.
Marissa acting as tsundere. The problem is that the story is...
Reimu also likes her. In the story. It's shown that Reimu also likes her.
Reimu likes her as well. The problem is in this story, from what I can recall, none of them tell each other their feelings, directly.
Yeah.
And Marissa herself, I guess, is in some state of denial or something like that, or she just she doesn't really comprehend the idea that she likes Reimu. And then the ending of the story is basically Marissa going away, fleeing, I guess, from Reimu.
Yeah.
As she herself regrets, like, oh shit, I can't really say my feelings. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have called Reimu an idiot. The sadness I was talking about, the quote unquote sads, was basically from just from that, I guess. Just from the ending. The idea that, in this ending, nobody gets to tell each other their feelings, and one of them is denying their own feelings. So there's a bit of turmoil in this quote unquote future relationship.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So I get it. But yeah, you think it's, but for me, it looks like, that story looks like, doesn't look exactly sad. For me, it looks like just a daily life. Like, cause in her, I think the afterward, is afterward translated? Yeah. In the afterward, because after reading the afterward, like, Kayako is trying to say, like, she's trying to portray the kind of reaction people make. The action people make, like, when they, like, fall in love. Like, they will try to, like, when they fall in love, they will they will try to express their love through, like, hate. Like, in this, afterwards she say, like, because people doesn't want to admit their feelings, they place that feeling as hate. Or they are just shy. Or perhaps they want to be close to that person.
I see.
Yeah, so I was reading the afterward, like, okay, so they, like, so I, like, understand, like, what Kayako is trying to portray in this book.
I see.
And
okay.
Yeah, even though, so for me, it doesn't look too terrible. It doesn't look too terrible. Isn't, like, very, very terrible.
I see.
Like, there's one actually even worse than the one that is Marissa in coma.
Oh no!
Because it's not finished.
No.
Because it's unfinished.
No. The tragedy is the fact that it's not finished. No. This is the saddest podcast. Siri, play Despacito. What happened?
And I don't know whether Kayako has ever finished this story because I cannot find the final part, because this actually, I think this to have at least 3 books. At least more than 2 books. But I've only read 2 books. And in the final page of the second book, it says there will be a 3rd book. And
where
the
is
second
the third book?
I don't fucking know. The second book is released in 2014, and it's been 6 years now.
Was it never?
So so I don't know whether Kayako forgot about it or no one ever uploaded the 3rd book. And I don't even know if the 3rd book is the final one.
And you don't even know if the 3rd book even exists. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Where is it?
And this book and this series, this story is also very sad. Because it's about Reimu is dead. Reimu is fucking dead.
How does this story go?
Like, Reimu is fucking dead. So Reimu is fucking dead, and like there's even a funeral prepared for her.
Oof.
Marissa, and the story is told from the viewpoint of Marissa. At least in the first book. The second book has multiple viewpoints.
Wow.
The first book is like from the viewpoint of Marissa. Like, she said that she has visited the funeral. She's seen Reimu's fucking dead body, but somehow Reimu has returned.
What?
Yeah, Reimu is back in Hakura Shrine, alive and well.
Reimu still has a continue. Holy shit. Ooh.
And like, she's like, Marissa is confused. This story is unfortunately is in Japanese, so I don't fully get the story. But I can say that Marissa is very devastated by Reimu's death. So, And then she sees a new Reimu in the Hakure Shrine. She just denies it, and she's mad at Yukari.
How dare!
She thinks this is Yukari's fault.
I see.
Then like she cannot accept it. And then like she she go and confront Yukari and like ask like, who the fuck is she?
Mm-hmm.
Is she really Reimu? And what the fuck is going on? I want explanations. And then from what Yukari say, like this Reimu.
Oh.
This Reimu.
Oh.
Like yeah, like even though she's not the dead Reimu because she doesn't have the memory, the previous Reimu, but she's Reimu. And then in the second book, which I just read just now, which I don't really remember much of what happens because my Japanese is not good enough. Like there is Yuka, and then like Marisa talk to Yuka and Akyu, and then Marisa also talk to Miko.
I see.
About various philosophical stuff. And Marisa, she still cannot accept Reimu. That's all I can say for the second part.
And the third part is...
And then...
The third part is... Reimu is revealed to not be Reimu at all! Reimu is a zombie. That was a
no, we don't even know. We will never know.
I was making a fucking joke, you fuckwad! Jesus.
I know! But I'm saying, we don't even know if Reimu is actually a fucking zombie. Because it doesn't exist. Or no one uploaded it. Okay. Now, how many stories have I talked about? 1, 2,
I don't know
3.
how many you talked about. There's a few
3
more.
stories. Now, there's the 4 stories. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 stories. This one that is Reimu and Yuka. This one is I think it's the hardest.
Rika.
No. It's easier. It's still easier than the part 2 story. Like because like it's just Reimu and Yuka, they just fucking talk. Yuka just like talks in a philosophical way.
Just philosophy exposition.
Yes. Like, Yuka just talks in a philosophical way, and then afterwards, Reimu just say goodbye, and then she flies away.
Huh.
And Yuka just talks about life and death. And talks about human.
Wow.
Because Yuka isn't human. And Reimu is a human.
Well, thanks for teaching me about this stuff, Yuka. I love you even just more. No, just kidding. And you didn't like it or anything?
I don't fully get it.
You don't fully get it. Huh.
I mean, my Japanese is still not good enough. And I don't know whether will I like it if I fully understand it. Because it's all philosophical talk.
I guess if
you talk and then Reimu leave.
Yeah, I guess if you understood it even more, if your Japanese was good enough, you would appreciate it a lot better.
Yes. Now, the 5th stories is the one that Marisa got blind. So Reimu visited her.
Oh no.
And then Reimu takes care of Marisa. And then through their conversation that once again Reimu and Marisa clearly have feelings for each other. Because they ask I think it's Marisa. Marisa is the one who they ask if I'm blind forever, will you take care of me? And then Reimu just basically say yes. Yeah.
Forever.
Reimu say, of course I will. And then I think Reimu also implied that if she's forever blind, she will also don't mind being taken care of by Marisa forever. So it's basically once again Reimu and Marisa love each other, but they didn't directly confess to each other. Just through this story we learned that Reimu and Marisa clearly have feelings for each other.
I see.
Like Marisa is like at the beginning of the story, is like they both of them do not know why Marisa is blind. So
why is she blind?
that causes Marisa to ask the question like, if I'm blind forever, will you take care of me?
Yes.
Yeah, so Reimu already say yes, but later after they discover the reason why, and Reimu kill Marisa, Reimu just fuck off. Like, because
sad.
Marisa is cured.
Yay! You don't need me anymore. Goodbye.
But as Reimu walks away, she also like in her own, like, she talks to herself in a way that implies that she will also want to. She also don't mind that. She also don't mind being taken care by Marisa. If she's the one in the same position, if the position is reversed, she also doesn't mind being taken care by Marisa.
How cute.
Yeah.
What is the other doujin or other doujins? I don't know how many there are right now.
There's 13 stories. And then there's one between Reimu and Remilia.
There's one between Reimu.
I think this is more. Yeah, this one is in Chinese.
I see.
And
what happens in this one?
I think this one is just to say that it's more focused on Remilia. It's basically that Remilia is alone. I don't know if alone is the right word, because Remilia is a vampire. She's an immortal, so she noticed that one day Reimu and Sakuya will leave her. She just acknowledged that at the end of the story.
So just acknowledging the idea that, look, I'm immortal. I will see my friends die. In a sense.
Yeah, I prefer to say one day like the people close to her will leave her, which is
die
and Sakuya. Damn it, that's too cruel.
Let them die. Let her cry. Vampires need to shed a bit of salt out of their eyes every once in a while. No, you don't shed salt out of your eyes, do you? You shed salt out of your sweat. Shit.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Fine. Actually, there's actually one story. I didn't include this one, and I didn't read it.
Oh no.
Because fuck that shit. Like that story is by different author, but at the end there is like omake. That omake is drawn by Kayako. I didn't bother about that shit.
Omake.
Yeah, I think we have talked about all the stories.
What else shall we talk about?
What else shall we talk about? Like, so I want to say, you sound like the one that Marisa is coma is your favorite story.
Some of the Marisa I think, the Marisa comas are the ones that they are more straightforward, in my opinion.
More straightforward?
The Yukari ones are a bit. They're a
Which
bit
Yukari
hard.
ones?
The Yukari ones are a bit hard to.
Which one?
Both of them.
Both of them
are a bit hard to follow. It's like.
They're very, very different stories.
There's some sort of depth in there that I am not picking up. Like, why Yukari gives Reimu the whole of Gensokyo, or like creates Gensokyo just for Reimu, or why Yukari comes to Reimu during the night to cuddle with her and stuff for warmth or whatever it was.
Hold on first. I want to say, you know that all these stories, they are disconnected from each other, right?
They are. I'm not talking about them in the sense that they are connected. I was never talking about them like this. Were you just assuming I was talking about it? I was talking about both the Yukari ones.
Oh, but you sound like
I was talking about both the Yukari ones because I don't understand both the Yukari ones. I don't know what's the
how can you not understand anything about Yukari sleeping with Reimu?
No, because in the grand scheme of things, there must be something deeper to that. What's the message of the story?
No.
There must be something.
Oh wait, there's afterward. Okay,
I don't
to
read
me,
them afterward.
that story to me is like, it's just that. Well, okay, so to me the story is just Reimu and Yukari, they sit together, and Yukari. Okay, to me the story is actually Yukari secretly likes Reimu. No, how should I say?
I thought the
Yukari likes
afterward.
Reimu?
I thought the afterward has said that there was nothing technically romantic about it.
You say you didn't read the afterward.
I remember the afterword didn't say anything romantic, or maybe I misread or something like that.
Okay, wait.
I don't recall.
Okay. This is my. Let's not talk about the afterword first. This is my interpretations. This is how I see it. So Yukari, like in the public, like in the daylight, Yukari like she's just like with. Like in the daylight, like Yukari is Yukari. And then, at night, Reimu is sleeping in her bed privately alone. Yukari sleeps with Reimu. So Yukari actually likes Reimu.
I thought you would have. I thought you would have.
The story just to show that Yukari likes Reimu.
I thought you would have went for the idea that Yukari, when to the public eye, is of course the greatest yokai. Oh, she created Gensokyo. She's very. How should I say?
She's a MILF border yokai that's super powerful.
Something like that. She's powerful. Oh, she has that dignity, that sense of royalty, but whatever. She has authority, basically. However, at night, maybe in truth, there's a certain loneliness in her heart, and of course, she goes to Reimu to like fulfill, companionship or something like that. Even though it's not like. Even though it's not official, it's not like something that the two seem to agree with in the grand scheme of things. It's like a silent agreement between the two.
So you think like Yukari is lonely
in a sense?
She wants. Oh,
I don't think.
To me, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't look like Yukari is lonely. To me, it's just Yukari loves Reimu.
Why did? I really don't see this as a romantic. It is a romantic thing, actually. No, sorry, I'm sorry about that. It is a romantic thing, but like the reasoning is a bit vague because even then, Yukari doesn't tell Reimu, "Oh, I love you." You don't really need to tell someone. You don't really need to.
Yukari didn't speak in the story.
You don't technically need to tell someone you love them to immediately have everyone go, "Oh yeah, you love her." If you didn't say anything, you're not in love with her.
But Yukari sleeps so close to Reimu, and she hugs Reimu. She hugs Reimu so fucking close.
It is still more of a Yuri companionship. It is sort of a Yuri companionship thing. I don't know whether or not it's a Yuri romantic thing.
Just very fucking Yuri.
It is Yuri, but is it Yuri? Is it a Yuri based on romance, or is it a Yuri based on the want for companionship, which can be romantic, but
Well, since to me this story comes up as Yukari actually loves Reimu, so I say this is a Yuri romance. For me, this is a Yuri romance.
It's a very weird Yuri romance in the grand scheme of things. I'm not really sure about it.
So now let's go to the afterwards.
What is the afterwards? This is I don't remember the afterwards.
Whether love or romance, I don't think there's such emotion this time. Even though there is some flirting, confirming what did or didn't happen, and what was being communicated sure is lewd. I really like the idea of the difference between the face that one always sees of themselves, the face that is shown to others, and the face that is shown at night.
There it is.
For Yukari-chan is cute.
There it is. That sounds like what I just said. Like the idea of, in the morning you have a different face. Basically, a different metaphorical face. You have a different mask on yourself. But at night...
That one I agree.
You show a face that usually no other person sees. Because of course you usually see fucking alone. Or with another person or something like that.
That part I agree. But the part that you say Yukari is lonely, I don't agree.
The problem is, in this story, remember, she says, there's nothing really romantic. There is some flirting, but it's more confirmation of what the hell is happening. something like that. It almost feels as if Yukari is, doing this kind of romantic teasing to like see how far she can go with Reimu or something like that. Just say, can I cuddle with you? Okay, I can cuddle. That's pretty nice. Can I do this? Can I do that? Oh, I can't go this far. I'm sorry. I'll go back to cuddling and stuff. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's how I see how she does things at this point in time.
Okay. So she's like, you're saying like Yukari is testing the water, like how far she can go
testing the water sort of thing.
In being Liu.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
That's weird. That's weird. To me is Yukari likes Reimu. Like she wants to be alone with Reimu. Like the different mask thing. Okay, the other story is, well, I don't know whether this should be my first favorite or my second favorite story. The other Yukari story. The one with Yukari
giving Reimu blah blah whatever Gensokyo.
Yukari give Reimu the entire.
This one is a bit.
Well, I cannot say like that. Yeah.
This one is.
Okay, so we'll talk about the story first. You will say what happened in this story first. So Reimu, she it's in the cave, like Reimu just carries a knife into the cave, and then she says like, "Yeah, I want to marry you." She found Yukari, and then she said, "I want to marry you," and then Yukari just deny, and say like, "Go the fuck away, you little girl," and then Reimu is depressed, like because no one accept her. Like neither human nor yokai accept her.
It should be noted this is a sort of a prequel to the entirety of the Toho series in a sense, because this is before Gensokyo.
Yeah, like it's that this story is to make it like that. Seems that Yukari makes Gensokyo for Reimu. It makes the story looks like that. Like Yukari makes the entire world just for Reimu. But I'm not willing to believe that, which is because there's not anyone who knows about the lore knows that that's not why Gensokyo is made in the first place.
Yeah, it's a more headcanon thing, I guess. Like the idea of, Gensokyo is just all in Reimu's head or something, or it's just like a sort of a fantasy based around Reimu, not its own entity.
To me, because there's one part, like, there's that specific part that when Reimu tries to stab Yukari, and there's like the big energy force field comes out of it, and Yukari noticed Reimu's power, and that is from that on, Yukari says, "Yeah, I will give you love. I will take care of you."
Which is very weird, because I remember in one of the comments in Dynasty Reader, the person was confused as to why Yukari just immediately says that. Why? There's no build-up. I was like, okay, yeah, I love you now. And I was wondering about it. I was like, is it opportunistic? Because maybe Yukari sees that, Reimu has a lot of power. Maybe I can use that power. Or is it more based on compassion? The idea of, here's someone with so much power that they are denied by everyone else. Let me give you some love because, I guess I'm a compassionate person. And I don't really know how to think about it.
The strange part. Yeah, because it looks like Yukari is just using her to help build Gensokyo. Right, because Reimu is so powerful. Since you are so powerful, I'm going to make you the Shrine Maiden to become the guardian of Gensokyo since you are so fucking powerful.
Yeah, but I guess
it sounds like that Yukari is only using Reimu for her power. But in the epilogue, Yukari sounds like she genuinely loves Reimu.
Yeah, which is very odd. I don't understand how it... just this part, this key story factor. I don't understand how it works. Why is it like this? Why is it written like this? Why is there no build up to the love, in a sense? It just happens. Why does she love Reimu? Is it because of her powers? Is it because of the tragedy of her own story in this?
To me, it sounds like to me, it sounds like that Yukari just... It looks like that Yukari just likes Reimu for her power. Likes Reimu initially for her power. And then Yukari... And it's shown that Yukari trains Reimu.
So we don't know how long was the time span between when Gensokyo is created and when we see the present day where she's training Reimu. We don't know how long that's been, like the time difference between that. Could have been maybe a few days.
Sorry, the time difference.
The time difference between
what do you mean?
Time difference between when Gensokyo was created for Reimu and when the present day happens. The present day being when Yukari is training Reimu, as you noted in the doujin. Like, what's the time difference? How many days has it been? How many weeks? How many months? Maybe years. Who knows?
Well, but we can. You're right. But we can know that like the epilogue, that Reimu is clearly have grown up.
Yes.
In the epilogue, like the conversation between Yukari and Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Like Reimu has clearly grown up, and in that scene, like the conversation between Yukari and Ren, like it's clear that like Yukari genuinely loves her.
Huh. I see.
So I was thinking, like maybe Yukari develops her feeling for Reimu. Like her feelings for Reimu start developing when she is training Reimu.
I see.
To me, I like this. I don't know why I think I like this story very much. It's because how Reimu is treated. Like not how Reimu is treated. Like Reimu's like.
Reimu's what?
I don't know how to explain why I like this story so much. I don't know how to explain. I can relate to Reimu.
Wow. Why?
Okay, I can say like I can relate to Reimu. Like she's just she doesn't like because I feel bad for her, because she isn't liked by humans, and she isn't liked by yokai, and then she has powers, but she has actually humans doesn't like her because she has very strong power. Like that, like her powers is what make humans leave her. And then
okay,
Yukari making her the guardian of Gensokyo gives her the life she finally wants.
I see.
Like, yeah, because like after she becomes the Hakureshai maiden, she basically interacts with everybody, and people need her because she's the one to keep the Gensokyo in order. Like, so in the end, like she finally gets the life she wants. She doesn't have the.
It's more, it's more a happy ending life sort of thing.
It's a happy ending.
Yeah, woohoo! She gets what she wants.
But it's just the confusing part is Yukari's treatment of Reimu.
Yeah, it's almost as if Kayako didn't have enough pages or time and just went, yeah, fuck it. I cannot write a scene where there's like a time skip, blah 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 until.
Well, there are many time skips already in this story.
Not really.
Too bad there is
not. The only time skip is basically between when Gensokyo is created and the present day. There doesn't seem to be any time.
Oh, there's many time period. Like there is the one that Yukari and Reimu in the cave, and then Yukari bring the little kid Reimu to the shrine. Yukari, and then there's the Yukari is training Reimu, and then there's Yukari talks with Ren.
What
So
do
there's 4
there's
time
one
period.
part where
And they're all mixed around.
there's one part where Reimu says she doesn't remember a promise she made to Yukari, which makes me wonder.
She doesn't remember
a
what?
promise made between the two, which is basically the promise of love and stuff, something. And I'm wondering whether or not that means that this is a different Reimu, or Reimu just doesn't remember, and maybe or didn't hear the promise when Yukari made the promise.
Okay, so I'm looking at the doujin.
Yes.
Yeah, so like when Yukari is training Reimu, she did say that she don't know the promise. She don't remember the promise. And then
Yeah, she doesn't remember the promise.
yes, yeah, I think the promise is not stated. Is the promise ever explicitly stated in the doujin? Like, it doesn't.
Was it?
I don't think it's not.
No, it should be stated. If it's not stated, then why the fuck would they say a promise? It should be stated somewhere in the close to the end of the story. When Yukari says like, "Okay, I will give you love, Reimu," that kind of stuff. You are checking the picture.
Yeah, so I'm checking the doujin. I don't remember the part about the promise. So I'm looking at it, and so in this page, like, she says that first let's exchange a promise. Yes, you are my bride, so let's meet again. Girl, we have a name.
Was there a promise or was there no promise? There was a mentioning.
There is a promise, but we don't know what is the promise. And Reimu forgot about
Let
it.
us meet again. Meet again. But they do meet. So what's happening?
I think the promise is not meant to be shown in the story.
The promise is an idea, something. Promissory notes.
Okay. So the other favorite story of mine,
Which is
the two Marisa.
the two Marissa story was very interesting. The idea of two sides of Marissa. One side being the more bashful side, who never wants to confess, I guess, or at least acknowledge, maybe. I don't remember her feelings to Reimu, and the other side, which is more independent, more suave.
So it's basically that. The story, I think, is told from the viewpoint of Marisa.
It is told from the viewpoint
of Marisa. And then
Marisa.
she visit Hakura's shrine, and then she's surprised to see another Marisa.
Doppelganger, it says.
Yeah, and that doppelganger claims she is the real Marisa.
So now they must fight.
So there's the conflict. And then from this story, we learn that Marisa doesn't. Marisa, she cannot confess. I'm reading Japanese, so I don't fully understand it. But from what I see, that the Marisa, she doesn't. She's afraid of confessing to Reimu. And then this doppelganger Marisa is like a mirror of her, but it's what
it's a part of her.
It's what she wishes to be. Like, this doppelganger is what she wishes to be, because this doppelganger Marisa, she's like living with Reimu, and then she is like, she acts like an alpha. Like, she's the one who is proactive. She's proactive, and then she's like explicitly like say that she likes I love Reimu, and that I want to be Reimu. And then there is a scene just like between these two Marisa, and then the doppelganger just tell the real Marisa that you are a fucking coward. So I think So I like this story because there's these two, and there's two Marisa, and then like this doppelganger is like a mirror of Marisa, and then in the end that Marisa comes to term with herself, and then she is with Reimu. Like they like officially, but in the end they just kiss. In the end they kiss.
Yeah.
They're like officially dating by the end. And Reimu just Marisa comes to terms with herself, and then like she's together with Reimu in the end. And then the doppelganger disappears because Marisa finally, in a sense, defeats herself, and finally she can be brave.
She's
and then
brave
confess
enough.
to Reimu.
She has been convinced by the side of her that says, "Stop fucking around. Just say it."
Yeah, and what do you think of this story?
My brain is dying. Shit.
Fucking shit.
In the grand scheme of things, I suppose this story is what the fuck is it? I liked it. That's one thing I can say. I like the idea I like the idea of, like, how should I say it? It's basically the idea of, like someone who likes another person and they want to confess, but they can't confess. There's one part of them which is holding them back. There's the other part of them that says, just fucking do it. And this is basically a doujin version of that. And instead of just two ideas in your head, it is two people, two of the same people. One person who's going all bashful, who's thinking, "Whoa, don't do that. Ooh, don't make her think that you like her. Oh, how dare." The other part is going, I like her. I want her to like me too. So I'm gonna do everything that I can to make her like me. Which is why, in the doujin, the other Marisa, the more courageous and brave Marisa, the doppelganger basically, does more stuff with Reimu. Reimu, by the looks of it, really likes it. And the other Marisa, the technically normal, not doppelganger Marisa, is all bashful about it because she herself wouldn't really do this in real life but in a sense, if she were, how should I say it? She wouldn't do this because
she doesn't know if Reimu likes her.
It's not even she doesn't know if Reimu likes her. She wants Reimu to like her, but she is that part of her that is a bit too scared about the idea.
Yeah, because she doesn't know if Reimu likes her.
I guess.
Isn't that?
That technically makes sense, yeah. True. The fear of rejection.
Reimu. Yeah, the fear of rejection. In the end, Reimu says she accept Marisa's everything.
Phew.
And she hugs both of them. And then she says that she likes all the part of Marisa, the bad one and the good ones.
And then they come together. It becomes
and they come together.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Okay, let's talk about this final story. This one is it's clearly the third wheel of my favorite. Like, while I don't know which one I prefer, the Yukari Reimu in the cave, or the one that has two Marisa. I cannot decide which one I like more of the other. And this third story will always be the third place.
This story will
it's the
always
favorite.
be third place.
And it's about tea.
Tea. This one I don't remember properly. I don't know why. I guess
so. You don't know about it.
I don't remember it properly.
Okay, this story is basically this story is just that Tewi just views Reimu grows up. Like, from the first time Tewi meets Reimu up until Reimu becomes an adult and is pregnant. Like, there's just something so soothing about this story. For me, just there's something very soothing about it. Like, Tewi just watch Reimu as she grows up.
Aww.
And by the end, Reimu visits Tewi and says she is pregnant. And she's clearly an adult now. So it's like Tewi watches Reimu grows up.
Yeah, following the life of Reimu. Tei technically does have the power of like good luck or something like that, if I recall correctly. I don't
She has the power of luck.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Would it be
she's very lucky. She can bring fortune.
Would it be she's giving Reimu good luck then?
Yeah, in the end, like Tewi wishes Reimu luck.
And even then, wouldn't saving her from like
what?
Wouldn't Reimu saving Tei from death technically mean like you technically mean that this person who uses luck is in debt to you? Indebted. Yeah.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
I'm
a bit too tired.
I'm like confused. Like, did you just say that Reimu saving Tewi, this brings her a good fortune?
In a sense.
Are you saying this?
Yes. Because, now she...
That is interesting.
She's in...
That's not how I see it.
She's now indebted to Tei. She now has a sort of a relationship with Tei, in a sense. Not that kind of relationship, of course.
Wow, to me, just that... Well, I didn't see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, it's just that Tewi watches Reimu grows up. To me, it's just...
That's very...
because
I don't think that's what Kayako would ever just write about. Like, oh, here's a story about Tei and Reimu. And about Tei watching as Reimu grows up. That seems a bit too simple. Even for her. Something
if you talk about simple,
maybe friendship, something, who knows?
Well, if you talk about simple, there's the Yukari sleeping Reimu. That's also very simple.
You see it as simple. I might be going a bit too deep, I guess. Just me looking for some sort of meaning in it. When in truth, maybe there isn't any meaning, and it's just
to me, the point is that it's the simplicity. Like, Tewi watches as Reimu grows up. Then, by the end, it just give me some feeling, some unexplainable feeling.
The unexplainable feeling. What's this about?
Like, to be frank, that story about Remida is also quite simple. Because it's Remida comes to term that people will eventually leave her. And nothing lasts forever.
It's a bit of a philosophical thing.
Remove it. Is it philosophical?
It sounds philosophical.
I see. Okay.
Or at least, like,
to me,
how should I say? Is it not? Or maybe it's not philosophical. There's another term for it. I forgot. Shit. Yeah, I guess just like a realization. That's fine.
Okay, so we can stop here. And there's nothing more for me to add.
I can't even add anything because I'm so tired. We started this pretty late. It's like, what, 11 p.m. and I am not an 11 p.m. person. I sleep early, in a sense, like 10:30 or some shit. So
even despite, so I will just close this up. I will just say that, despite, even though I quite like what I read, I still think this doujin is a mistake because it takes 4 months. So I don't think I will be reading a total doujin in Japanese anytime soon until until my Japanese improve. And the next doujin definitely not be in 4 months.
This doujin has made me this series of doujins has made me realize that this kind of yuri is not for me. It's a bit boring.
Oh, this is a very common style of yuri.
Yeah, then Yuri isn't for me.
Then I'll definitely recommend a yuri manga. I'll definitely bring up yuri manga in Penguin and Scribble to get back at you.
Sure.
For bring up the Jiso Watashi wa.
Sure, that's fine. Can't be that bad.
Fuck it. Okay, so thank you for listening to
thank you for listening.
Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland.
For the sleepiest Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland.
This is episode 8.
Yeah. The sleepy episode. Me sleep. See you all next time in Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland.
See you all next time.
Clap, 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 clap.
Goodbye.
Good night, motherfuckers.